I didn't have Cartoon Network growing up, so I watched a lot of Disney Afternoon like Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, and of course, The Rescue Rangers. However, this remake just isn't it. It's so weird. Like really, really weird. And I like weird, but it's too much. And I would know. I'm a VTuber. But much like how Gadget had to lay eggs, we're going to crack this movie open and ask some real questions. Why do audiences like cameos? Cameos are empty and soulless. If you recognize an Easter egg in this movie, then Disney has successfully marketed to you which company has the power to bring it back. It's corporate schlock distilled to its absolute form. It's telling that Disney thinks Winnie the Pooh is a dead product that is on the verge of being bootlegged. This movie is the ultimate form of advertising because it doesn't feel like you're being advertised to. Who is this movie actually even made for? On one hand, if it's for children, then why does Gadget creepily flirt with that fly thing at the club scene? Or how Peter Pan talks about how death comes for us all. On the other hand, if it's for adults, then why have a story that is entirely predictable to its very core? Every adult who has ever engaged with fiction in the last 50 years will instantly recognize who the villain is. It's too obvious. It cannot be excused away by saying, "Oh, look how cliche this is," when it's unironically incredibly cliche. You can't excuse how cringy a rap song is in the remake, then make an actual rap song that Chip and Dale rap to. You can't excuse the obvious comparison between this and Who Framed Roger Rabbit by including Roger Rabbit. It doesn't work like that. It's the better movie no matter how many frames you have of him dancing. What even is the Roger Rabbit dance? Also, I wonder how many critics notice that if a character appears in the original Who Framed Roger Rabbit, then they don't actually appear in this movie. Not even Donald Duck, and they own that shit. The entire movie felt so cold and so corporate. It's clearly only ever making fun of other studios' failed attempts while never actually shining a light on their own creative faults. Why does Batman get made fun of while the Avengers are spared entirely? Like, they'll add Tigra, but she has no role in the movie, nor do the characters ever say something like, "Hey Tigra, how many voicemails you have to leave before you realize Disney never gives a female superhero their own lead movie?" Like, they'll have Paul Rudd in the movie, but make very sure there's no Avengers logo, superheroes, or even a proper name, Ant-Man, in the scene. This movie is clearly driven by lawyers and the creatively bankrupt vault that is the Disney nostalgic machine. Just look at the disdain the movie has for bad CGI. Constantly pointing out its fault and unrealized potential at the time, a la Polar Express, but never makes fun of the fact that Chip looks like a CGI character the entire movie. All of the 2D characters look terrible. Yeah, Chip looks bad, but Gadget got it the worst. Like, every scene she's in, it becomes so distracting how uncanny she looks. And this isn't a movie that goes out of its way to make fun of bad CGI like Polar Express. By the way, did you know that the director of the Polar Express also made Who Framed Roger Rabbit? You cannot make this shit up. This movie is fake, unreal, predictable, distracting, and whenever the thought of Gadget laying eggs that crack into fly chipmunk hybrids enters my mind, Disney throws another outdated, uninspired reference to a dead millennial product in the hopes that people will buy more of this corporate trash. Don't encourage this. We deserve better from our Disney overlords.